Yo soy la emperatriz de la paz. Y en donde
I am the Empress of Peace, and where I am present, I institute the kingdom of God
y la humanidad.
for my children and for humanity.
Yo soy la emperatriz de la paz.
I am the Empress of Peace,
Estoy presente.
and where I'm present,
Todo lo que está a mi alrededor
all that's around me
pertenece a Dios
belongs to
y a
God
su propósito.
and to His purpose.
Yo soy la emperatriz de la paz
I am the Empress of Peace,
y no dejo a nadie para atrás.
and I do not leave anybody behind.
Protejo y
I
acojo
take care, protect, and shelter all of my children in my maternal heart.
Yo soy la emperatriz de la
I
paz.
am the Empress of Peace,
Busco para mis
and I
hijos
seek for my
el
children the common
la
good,
unidad, la
unity,
hermandad, el
brotherhood
universo,
with the whole
con lo
universe,
que es desconocido,
with what's unknown,
con lo que está lejano a su conocimiento.
with what's far from their knowledge and from their understanding.
Yo soy la emperatriz de la
I
paz
am the Empress of Peace
que viene hoy por las naciones del mundo,
that comes today for the nations of the
por
world,
aquellas naciones que se
for
pierden
those nations
y que se
that get
sumergen
lost and that submerge
en
themselves
y
in their
profundo
own
caos.
deep chaos.
Vengo con el gobierno del universo celestial,
I come with the government of the celestial
con
universe
todo lo que a él le
and with
pertenece,
all that belongs to it,
con todo lo que vibra dentro
with
de
all
ese
that
universo,
vibrates inside this universe,
con todas las conciencias
and with
que
all
participan
consciousnesses that participate
de ese gobierno celestial,
from this
para
celestial
todo lo
government
que es creado.
to all that is created.
Es así que vengo a traerles
It is in this way
infinito,
that I come to bring you what's most infinite,
lo que está muy lejos,
what's very
los ojos de los
distant
hombres,
from the eyes of humankind,
lo que nadie aún ha comprendido,
what no one has understood yet,
es verdadero,
what's true,
lo que perpetúa a través de los tiempos,
what perpetuates throughout times,
lo que hace posible la redención.
what makes possible the redemption.
Yo soy la emperatriz de la
I am
paz
the Empress
y
of
la
Peace
nueva Aurora.
and the new Aurora.
Soy el espíritu divino
I am the Divine Spirit
que puede amanecer
that
en el
can
alma de
dawn
cada ser,
in the soul of each being,
que puede transformar
that can
lo que es
transform
intransformable,
what cannot be transformed,
que puede elevar lo que aún no se ha elevado a Dios,
that
que
can
puede transfigurar
uplift
con
what
energía
has
divina
not
lo que
been
aún no se ha
elevated yet to God, and that can transfigure with its divine energy what has not been transfigured yet.
Vengo hacia mis hijos,
I come to my
para que sean
children
portadores de la paz
for them to be carriers of peace,
y para que caminen junto a
and
su
so that they
emperatriz
can walk
universal,
together with their universal
la
Empress,
que en este tiempo llega
the one who comes in this time
a este mundo y a esta humanidad
to this world and to this
para
humanity
poder renovarlo
in order to renew it, redeem it, and save
de
it
su decadencia
from
planetaria.
its planetary decay.
En cada encuentro con la emperatriz de la paz,
In each meeting with the Empress of Peace, I bring you a new opportunity,
lo que ustedes llaman de bendición,
what you can
y
call
gracia,
as blessings and graces,
que nace de lo profundo de mi ser
that
y
are
de mi
born from the
conciencia,
deep of my being, from the depths of my being and of my consciousness to all my creatures.
De esa forma hoy vengo
In
con
this
el
way,
cetro de Dios
today I
en mi
come
mano,
with the scepter of God in my hand
para seguir estableciendo aquí,
in order
en este lugar,
to
lo que
continue
pertenece al
establishing in
Padre
here, in this place,
y a su
what
divina
belongs to the
voluntad.
Father and to His divine will.
Vengo a dar liberación a todo lo que está oprimido.
I come to deliver liberation to all that's oppressed. I come to deliver light to all that's obscure and in darknesses. I come to rekindle the hearts in what they have always believed since the beginning, that they were touched by the hand of God and by His divine energy when they were awakened to the truth. I come to help you, their children, as the Empress of Peace, so that you cross the final times with bravery, courage, and strength. I come to deliver to your hearts what you need in order to spiritually mature, and in this way to take the safe steps towards my Son, the Redeemer. I come with the celestial government that has always governed all worlds and all universes. I come above all of the governments that exist in this humanity and in others. I come in this way to establish the laws that have commenced and have given the beginning to the creation and to life, the gestation of the essence of love, of the pure and of the immaculate that exists in each being. With my celestial government and with all of my angels, I come to purify the essences of the world so that they do no longer obscure themselves. I come to place in them and to sow in them what will be a part of this new humanity that is approaching after your purification. I am this light of Aurora that accepts everything, that shelters and understands all. I am the Empress of Peace that always listens to you, that always gives you the courage, that always gives you the bravery and motivates you and imposes you to move forward, to overcome yourselves and to demonstrate the world that it's possible to live redemption and conversion as Saint Joseph has lived it. I come to bring you from the universe all that is true, what must descend from the sublime and superior worlds in these times of chaos, what must get to souls immediately so that they can strengthen themselves and follow steadily the steps that Christ is marking on the deserts of this world. I come to teach you, as the Empress of Peace, how to cross the aridity of these times. The darkest night of all times, of all centuries and of all decades that have passed. You must only glimpse your inner essence, your divine flame, your original purity that will never get lost, that cannot ever be interfered nor touched by anything that does not come from light. I come to ignite in you, in this way, the new Aurora by means of my maternal and universal consciousness. I come to make blossom what was dry. I come to give life to what was dead.
Vengo a traer una gracia
I
especial
come to bring a special
para los que
grace
más la necesitan,
to those who need it the most,
para que se sientan salvos,
so that they can feel safe and rescued
por su Madre Universal.
by their universal mother.
Venham, filhos meus, a mundo
I
em
come,
escuridão,
children of mine, to a world
onde
in
a maioria de
darkness,
meus filhos
where the majority of my children
ainda não descobriu a grandeza que
have
é
not discovered yet the
estar
greatness
em meu coração
that is to be in my
e
heart
servir comigo ao
and to
plano de
serve
Deus.
with me the plan of God.
Venho
I come
para demonstrar ao mundo
to demonstrate to the world
que em meio às trevas
that in between
é possível
darknesses
construir uma fortaleza inquebrantável
it's possible to build an unshakable
e quando
fortress
as almas temem
that when
os
souls
quatro
fear
cantos deste mundo,
in the four corners of this world,
existirão lugares
there will be places
onde o amor reina
where love reigns
e equilibra o medo
and
e
balances
o
the fear
desespero dos
and the
corações.
despair of hearts.
Vim para reerguer a
have
fortaleza
to-
espiritual de meus
I have
filhos,
come to rise again the spiritual
para
fortress
que
of my
eles
children,
compreendam
so that they may comprehend
que não os abandonei,
that I've not
mas
abandoned
que
them,
quero que sejam exemplos
but rather that I want them to be examples of an inextinguishable fortitude in a
onde
world
as trevas buscam
where
se apoderar
darknesses
das
seek
almas
to
e
take
dos
over
corações,
souls and hearts
dia após dia.
day after day.
Venho para dizer-lhes
I come to tell you
que onde Deus colocou o seu coração,
that where God has placed His heart,
o mal não poderá chegar.
evil will not be able
Em solo sagrado e
To approach
consagrado
on a sacred
à vida do
and
Espírito,
consecrated land to the life of the Spirit.
ali triunfará
In there will
o plano do
triumph
Criador.
the plan of the Creator.
Ali instituirei as ilhas
In
de
there-
salvação.
I will institute the islands of salvation.
E quando as almas se afoguem
And when souls drown themselves in the
e na
ignorance
ilusão deste mundo,
and the illusion of this world,
será nesses lugares
it will be in those places, in those humble places
que cresceram desapercebidos
that had grown unnoticed
no planeta,
in the planet,
onde elas encontrarão
where
refúgio,
they will find refuge,
amparo,
support,
onde encontrarão o ar
shelter, where
com
they
qual
will
respirarão
find the air through which they
e
will
voltarão à
breathe
vida,
and come back to life,
porque estavam mortos em
because they
vida
were dead in
e
life
não perceberam.
and didn't realize it.
Eu venho, filhos,
I come, children,
construir os milagres,
to build the miracles of the end of times,
que será a fé inquebrantável no coração de meus
that will
pequenos.
be the unbreakable faith in the heart of my little ones.
As minhas fortalezas estarão no mundo
My fortresses will be in the world
como braço firme
as a
que ergue as
firm
almas que
arm
caíram nos abismos
that lifts souls that fell in the abysses of desperation and of despair.
Essas fortalezas eu construo em cada de
I
vocês.
build these fortresses in each one of you that listen to my call,
E que apesar de
and
si
that,
mesmos,
in spite of
buscam
yourselves,
responder aos desígnios
in spite of
celestiais
themselves,
que eu lhes
seek to
trago
respond to the celestial
como padrão de
purposes
vida
that I
novo
bring as a new
para
standard of
construir a
life
nova
to
humanidade.
build the new humanity.
Eu venho portando a paz
I come carrying peace
para mundo de guerras,
to a world in wars,
para que através de meus filhos,
so that through my
meus
children,
soldados
my soldiers,
e meus companheiros,
and my companions,
essa paz se
this
institua
peace
no mundo.
shall be established in the world.
Venho convidá-los
I come to invite you
a transcenderem a si mesmos.
to transcend yourselves.
Os impulsos humanos que emergem de
The
dentro
human
de você
impulses that emerge from within
para viver
yourselves
propósito
in
superior
order to live a
e
superior
uma
purpose
consagração maior.
and a greatest consecration.
Não venho apenas anunciar que
I
o
do
mundo
not
está em
only to
trevas
come to announce that the world is in darknesses
e que os corações estão se
and that
perdendo
hearts are getting lost
nos abismos do inimigo de Deus.
in the abysses of the enemy of God.
Venho, filhos,
I come, children,
erguer dentro de vocês
to
a
build
igreja
within
celestial
yourselves the celestial church,
para restaurar as religiões deste
to
mundo
restore the religions of this world,
e uni-los
and to
na
unite
verdadeira igreja de meu filho,
in the true church of my
onde não
son,
reina a competição
where
e a
competition
separatividade,
and
mas o amor, a fraternidade e a unidade
separativity
que é
does not
criaturas.
reign, but rather love, fraternity, and
Não
unity
venho
among
dizer-lhes
creatures.
algo que é utópico
I do not come to tell you something that is utopic,
no coração dos
that is
que amam a
utopian,
Deus.
that is a dream in the heart of those who love
Venho
God.
construir uma
I come to
realidade
build a reality in
perseverarão,
those who will persevere,
que vencerão suas misérias e sua
those who
condição
will
humana,
overcome their miseries and their human retrograde and degenerated
com o esforço
condition
diário
with the daily
por amar a
effort
Deus,
for
a
loving
seus
God,
irmãos,
their brothers
e
and
aos reinos da
sisters,
natureza.
and the kingdoms of nature.
Venho, filhos,
I come, children,
mostrar-lhes plano
to show you a
que deve
plan
se desenhar
that
através
must be
de suas
drawn
vidas.
through your lives.
Venho fazer-lhes uma
I come to
oferta,
make an offer,
e não apenas aceitar as
and not
ofertas
only
de
to
seus
accept the
corações.
offerings of your hearts.
Coloco em minhas mãos todos os
I
teus
place
pedidos
in my hands
e os
all of your
transformo em
requests,
rosas para
and I
levar aos
transform
pés
them
de Deus.
into roses in order to take them to the
Mas
feet of
também
God.
lhes peço algo.
But I also ask you something.
Lhes peço que sejam firmes,
I ask you to be firm,
verdadeiros e
truthful,
transparentes.
and transparent.
Lhes peço que sejam
I ask you to be
humildes para vencer a
humble
arrogância
in order
deste
to
mundo.
win the arrogance of this world.
E lhes peço que sejam
And I ask you to be
simples
simple
e livres de si
and
mesmos
free of
para
yourselves
estabelecer a
in order
verdadeira
to establish the
liberdade
true freedom
que em nada se assemelha ao que o homem busca para se libertar.
that it is nothing similar to what humans search for freeing themselves. I come to ask you to unite yourselves as a single army as I see you when I contemplate you from heaven. I come to ask you to strengthen yourselves, and in this way to strengthen the islands of salvation that I am building, so that in a near future you may also find in there
para suas almas e essências. Venho pedir-lhes, filhos meus,
I come to ask you, children of mine, to listen and to follow the voice of the universe that makes echo through the world of your celestial mother, because the last times of illusion for the earth
já estão chegando.
are already coming.
E todos os que se comprometeram com Deus desde o princípio devem tomar em suas
Must
mãos
take in their hands
o selo que Deus lhes entregou
the seal that God has given
e colocar em sua frente
and put it in their front as a symbol of their total adhesion to this plan of salvation.
Mi deseo más ardiente y urgente como emperatriz de la paz.
My most ardent and urgent desire as Empress of Peace, answering in this afternoon to the will of Emmanuel, is that in here, in this Marian Center, a blue cross be built.
Es un pedido que emito.
It is a request that I emit to the whole Uruguay and to the southern cone,
A fin de que se establezca aquí un
with the
choque
goal
de
that in here a greater time of peace and of opportunities for the most lost souls be established.
Si esto se llegara a cumplir,
If this
así como
can be fulfilled just as I requested it,
regresaré aquí con un
I will
mayor,
return in here with a greater impulse,
aún más fuerte,
even stronger
al que di hace 10 años atrás.
than the one that I gave 10 years ago.
Recuerden, queridos hijos, que
Remember,
ya acabó.
dear children, that the cycle has already changed
En la última
and
etapa
that we are
de las grandes
in the last
definiciones
stage of the
planetarias.
great planetary definitions.
Que se cumple entonces el advenimiento de la cruz azul
That
de
then
Manuel.
the advent of the blue cross,
Que todo lo que no pertenezca a la luz alrededor de este reino de Aurora se disipe.
Aurora, be dissipated,
A fin de que su pueblo y esta nación
with the aim that this people
que sea
and this nation shall be awakened to what has done wrong.
que nadie pierda la esperanza de revertir.
May no one lose the hope of reversing the most impossible,
Porque si yo estoy aquí, que soy su madre, es posible cambiar a ti.
and it's because it's possible to change everything in time. So be it.
Bendigo estos elementos en nombre de mi Hijo. Para que se sirvan de ellos en renovación y en cura. Bendigo sus almas para que ellas reciban la paz.
They may receive peace.
Para que siempre recuerden
So that they can always remember that in here we'll find
un refugio.
a refugee in the heart of God.
Que se levanten los estandartes de la nueva Aurora. Que los despierten al llamado del universo.
May sons awaken to the call of the universe, and that the self-summum be congregated,
Para formar las primeras filas en el retorno de Cristo. Que la profecía de su Madre Universal se
the sea of your universal mother be fulfilled,
y que todos participen
and that all may participate of the eternal communion with the Creator.
Les agradezco y hoy me voy en paz.
I thank you, and today
Que aquí
I live
encuentro
in
un lugar
peace,
donde siempre
because in here I find a place where I can always place my feet
en el origen.
as it was in the beginning, in the origin.
En el nombre del Padre.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.